our relation to it and the sun
Nice.
is different.
Okay.
How many days is a year on Mercury? Yeah, because we've got 365.
Thanks, Al. I think it's like one day.
88.
88.
Yes.
That's what I said.
I knew it was in the 80s.
Yes.
That's really
What else is special about Mercury?
It is the closest to the sun,
That's one thing, but
smallest planet.
it does not have what?
It doesn't have any type of ambiance.
It starts with A. It starts with A.
Air.
No. Well,
Atmosphere.
there we go. All right.
Because the atmosphere can be of other than oxygen, other than air. There could be other things.
I mean,
Oh,
carbon.
actually, it says here it has
Hydrogen?
a trace atmosphere. I guess that just means like a
wisp.
hint, a wisp.
A note.
wisp.
It's got a
Note.
note of atmosphere. Well, I hope that my mic is up and going because I wanted to share this with you guys before we get into the day's news. Sometimes the day's news is unpleasant, but you know what? We always do have some good news. Nick, whenever you get a chance, can you post that picture
Poor Nick's.
that I gave to you
Wait,
after?
also,
Yeah.
can we congratulate Nick on getting Al's mic up and going?
Woo! And Nick is doing it solo today. And this is what happens. Nick is like the oldest kid, so the mom just expects him to do everything. Like he's already started dinner for the kids. His homework's done, and I'm like, "What? The attic is still a wreck." I'm like, "Can you get the picture up?" What a dick I am. What a son of a-
Where's my dessert?
Yes. Well,
By the way, someone says, Christina said, there's only a trace of atmosphere, officer. A really good one, Christina.
that was a
That's
really
great.
good one.
Everyone's saying thanks, Nick. Thank you, guys. Let's start with the show.
All right, let's get to it. Let's start with Veterans Day. Obama surprises the troops, and Trump, apropos, downplayed the economic woes.
You want to say that word again?
Downplayed the economic woes, and he downplayed them.
Download.
Tory, what do you think because yesterday, as Veterans Day was going on, I've had mixed feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And
Veterans Day is today.
Today.
Yes, today.
So you've had really mixed
Remember
feelings.
what I said? I never know what day it is.
Yeah.
I never know what day it is. I have mixed feelings, not towards the troops, obviously, but I feel like we respect and honor our troops, but we never extend that to question why they are sent certain places. I think there should have been a complete rundown and an explanation to Americans as to what Afghanistan was for 20 years. What was the point of that? What worked? What did not work?
Marcy, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
$10.
Yes.
Shimmy,
That's
shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Yes. So, I don't know. Do you think that we as Americans are, I wouldn't say doing our troops an injustice, but do you think it's not cool to applaud somebody for being in the military, but never ask, why are we asking them to do that? Why are we asking them to deploy to Okinawa for 4 or 5 years when they have a kid back here? If we need to protect ourselves, absolutely. But I feel like if you really love somebody, you ask the difficult questions like, what's going on over here? Why do we have troops over there? What was Afghanistan? What was Iraq? What was the point of all that?
Go back more, because I think the main central beginning of that was, what is Vietnam?
Right.
And I think that was really confusing for a lot of people as to why we were there. But I do think things are...
Communism, right?
Yeah, but it was never really declared a war. I mean, it was sort of an odd, what did they do? They, what's the word? I can't remember the word. But it was never declared a war. It was like
Police action? That's Korea.
no. It was I don't remember the word. But anyway, I think people started questioning back then, and then there was the protest, and then Jane Fonda
I
did
guess
the
it
whole
was an
thing.
undeclared war. You're correct.
Yeah, it's weird.
A
So
proxy war? But even though we were there, it
Conflict.
wasn't a proxy war.
yeah, they called
but-
it conflict. Yeah, and so many of our men and women died. And I don't know if you guys have been to the Vietnam Memorial. It's by our house, not by our house, but like a couple miles. And it was, I didn't know if you guys know this, it was anonymously asked for people to send in creation of the architecture of the memorial. And a 20-year-old woman named Maya Lin was in Yale, and she came up with the black granite that gets bigger and bigger, and you can see yourself reflected in the faces of the names. And people protested her. And didn't you represent her? The Vietnam Memorial?
No, we represented the group that put it together, put it up.
Yeah. And so
Veterans of America.
and now it's one of the best, I think, memorials of all time. And so, but yeah, I do think I just think the military gets so much money, and I don't know really what's happening.
I think that's how a lot of people feel. Jerry, how do you feel about?
Yeah, I wasn't very well spoken just
Well,
then.
no, I mean it's I think that it's
very
such
powerful, you
it's
guys.
such an opaque, force in our society, in American society. You watch football games. There's fighter jets flying over, and there's people in uniform singing the national anthem. But I don't think a lot of people can explain like why we have ever really been in one place. What was the ultimate goal, except for like if you go back to World War II or something like that. So, Jerry, what are your thoughts? I feel such a large question, but like how the military is viewed in this country, the budget that it's given, and just overall, like
you
what
were
are your
almost
thoughts?
drafted too.
Yes. I was 1Y, fortunately.
Yeah, he had
wow.
I was trying to enlist, as a matter of fact, in the Coast Guard. And
Jerry in the Coast
and
Guard?
they said, how long have you had this heart murmur? And I said, I don't have a heart murmur. And they said, here's the EKG. I said, thank you very much. Goodbye.
and he's never seen it
Wow.
again.
Yes. But in any event, on your larger question, other than my health, I think Veterans Day is an appropriate time to honor the veterans, because whatever
Right.
they were put into, they didn't have a control over
Right.
what happened. And they did their job.
Yeah.
And they suffered frequently for
Yes.
it. And I think it's totally appropriate to honor them without question.
Yeah.
Stop there.
Yeah. Period. Stop.
Period, stop. Another question is, should the government be more open about why it's doing what it's doing with the military? And sometimes, yes, but I think there are times when they have to keep it held back for security reasons, perhaps.
Absolutely.
But by and large, I think they've been frequently dishonest about what the real purpose is. Now, you mentioned Okinawa. I think that's legitimate to have forces there in support of Japan
Right.
as part of the Pacific defense. And but it's a hardship, and you have to recognize it's a hardship and try to assist as best one can.
Especially the weapons of mass destruction that was never there. I mean, these are all weird.
Iraq, yeah.
You know, in Iraq, like it's just why were we there? Why were we there? Why were?
Well,
So,
it's-
That's a
kind of-
misuse of the military, perhaps. But don't blame the soldiers.
yeah. Blame Dick
Absolute-
Cheney.
Well,
May he?
Yeah, the reason that I was actually saying that in defense of the soldiers, like the reason I brought up Okinawa is I went there a few times as a performer for the troops, and I have told the people on DBL many times that was the catalyst that even allowed me to conceptualize moving to Denver while leaving my kids in Los Angeles, because I talked to these soldiers. And, people had toddlers, and they were like, I'm here for 9 months. I couldn't
Or pregnant
imagine.
wives.
But
too.
yes. And
Yeah.
so, like, I understand that we're asking them to do this incredible task of not just putting your body on the line, but just longing and missing this part of you
Yeah.
that's like a part of you in so many
And you
so far away.
compartmentalize it.
So I'm like, don't we owe that to them and to the people to say, if I'm going to ask Michael Dean, hey, I need you to move away from Mitchell and stay in this house for 2 years, but never give him a reason why.
Yeah.
Never give him a reason why after he comes out. It's just like, you were protecting that neighborhood. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's very
just
unclear.
I think that's what I want. Is I just want the American people to not just honor them because of what they did, but really, I think if we understand why they're doing it, it adds so much more color to why we're honoring them.
It's happening again now.
You can feel it with Venezuela.
Well, yeah, because we keep bombing these boats. I think the death toll is now up to 76. Two have survived. One other person survived, but then wasn't found again. And these strikes, we're asking our soldiers to carry them out. The government is saying it's because we're in this conflict with drug cartels,
Which they kind of came up with.
but there's no proof of it or whatever. And I believe that, UN experts are calling these unlawful killings. I mean, it's got to be hard to be, someone who's taking an order and then wondering whether or not what you're doing
100%.
is lawful or
100%.
Right. And even if they
Or
are
moral.
or moral,
Yeah.
even, right?
Right.
Or
Yeah.
like, am I killing fishermen or am I killing, drug smugglers?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I don't know.
And is
fair.
either one okay? I mean, Jerry, if a police officer rolled up to a house and shot into it and said this is a supposed place where they sell drugs out of, that's still not lawful, correct?
No.
Correct.
That's right.
So what means, if any, is the government saying that this is okay to do this, to just drop bombs on boats of suspected drug smugglers.
And by the way, Congress should be a part of when you declare war. He is
Well,
like
this is
30.
one of those conflict situations.
Exactly. This is a sneaky little thing coming in where he's doing it around. He's doing loopholes, basically.
Well, one of the differences is that he's not doing it within the continental United States. He's doing it to non-U.S. citizens outside the United States, which is a grayer area in terms of the lawfulness of it. Morality, put that one aside, if you could. But insofar as he's doing anything that in the United States, like shooting into an apartment building, would be unlawful.
What about the ICE agents, Dad? No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God, Julia!
We will get to that.
1999.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Party like it's 1999. Yeah, Christina says their source is the same because we said so.
Right.
Yes.
It's a fair point. Very fair point.
What do you think the overall goal is of bombing these supposed drug smugglers?
And do you think it's a
to-
distraction?
or to bait Venezuela?
The most charitable I can come up with is that if you bomb enough of these boats, that will discourage the drug traffic from sending more of them. And so you may be interdicting real drug supplies.
Do you
and
believe
a good
that's what's
thing.
happening?
It may be a 10% answer,
Fair.
but I don't think it's the full answer is I think he's trying to intimidate Venezuela in particular because there are drug cartels in Venezuela. That's not to be denied. And he's trying to see if he can turn that government in a way that will perhaps be regime change, but at least perhaps do something to minimize drug trafficking from
Then
there.
why give $20 billion to
Well,
Argentina?
it's kind of crazy to think that you're right. His ultimate goal is regime change, and how many times has America, worked to create that, especially in Central and South America,
sure, banana
over and
republics.
over again, and
Yeah.
how many times has it worked out for us? Like, it's just remarkable.
9th time's the charm.
No,
And
no.
by the way, yes, it does have oil and it has minerals that are important. So let's not forget there's oil in Venezuela.
That's true.
Lots of it.
and
Is
and
Is this too much
my,
leg?
my only
God, I'm so
pushback
sorry.
to
Is there
the
too
idea
much leg?
of dissuading drug smugglers, and I wanted to get your thoughts on this, is it's so interesting the way that we look at, we say, okay, we're gonna have really harsh drug laws. So if you get caught with a nickel bag, you'll do 50 years. But what that actually ultimately does is drives up the price of the supposed smuggler because it's more dangerous. It's like
Supply demand, you mean?
well, just almost like washing a first floor window is going to cost me $20. If I ask you to wash my window and I'm on the 100th floor, it's going to cost more money because it's more dangerous. So if I'm a drug dealer and I'm telling the people I'm getting my supply from, hey, they're either like killing us or they're putting us in jail for 50 years. This is now my price.
Yeah.
You're incentivizing people to get into the business because now it is much more lucrative as a drug dealer.
But it's
as a
also much
drugs-
more dangerous.
Right, but that's with anything.
Yeah,
The more
yeah.
dangerous it is, the
Yeah.
more money is going to be on the table, and it's almost incentivizing people to do these kinds of duties. That's my theory, at least.
Very good job.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. All right. Moving on to a sad story for me, guys. Wendy's is closing hundreds of stores nationwide because they're losing low-income consumers. And I thought about this. It's sad for me because I was a road comic for years and I survived on Wendy's.
What was the meal? The fish fillet?
The number 6.
What was it? The fish?
Spicy chicken with cheese.
Okay.
And then an order of side nuggets and a Sprite. I probably had that meal a couple hundred times.
His tax guy was like, "Who's spending all this money at Wendy's?"
I spent, my tax guy noticed, but I'll throw this to you guys. I noticed that Wendy's prices had gone up
I
because
agree.
I used Vlad. Shout out to Vlad and everybody at Spider Moving. They helped me move my stuff into a storage unit. 2 guys helped on a Saturday morning. I was like, let me go grab you some Wendy's.
Amazing.
I'll be right back. I didn't get any food for myself.
What was
I got
it?
2 number 1s. That was just 2 cheeseburgers, fries, and a soda, and it was $30. And so,
Wow.
Jerry, I'm going to ask, do you think that these fast food places have priced themselves out of their original market? And then what would be their incentive to raise their prices so high that like they've priced out almost their original consumer
Customers,
base?
yeah.
I can't speak for Wendy's. But last time I was in Wendy's was probably when I was 15.
Right.
Which was
When
a
the
long
original
time
Wendy
ago.
was in there.
Exactly.
Yes.
She was there. She was there
She
at the
handed the
time.
meal to you. Yeah.
Right.
This is like our Popeyes conversation.
More generally, they're raising their prices to cover increased costs.
The tariffs.
It's not to create huge new profits. It's simply to try to maintain profits.
Right.
And it's sad for. Sorry,
No,
darling.
I got you.
It's sad for those who can no longer afford it. But if Wendy's is going to stay in business, they have to make some money.
Like Starbucks is closing all those stores too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're closing over, what is it, 900
900,
locations?
yeah.
Because
Wow.
Starbucks. And I just want to say, when I saw a Chili's ad recently, by the way, shout out, Chili's is delicious. I really like Chili's. But they said, can't afford McDonald's? Well, we're always here. Like they're competing against them.
McDonald's started shopping on their street because Chili's used to be you and your dad could sit down for a meal at Chili's
Yeah.
and get, endless nachos, burger, fries, soda, and the bill would be $34.
Right.
And now that's
That's
Wendy's.
that's McDonald's, exactly.
And so now Wendy's
Yeah.
is like, Chili's is like, well, you're going to get shots. We're going to throw shots at you like we would have thrown shots at Fridays.
Totally.
So I think it's really interesting how there's been this confluence of these different restaurant chains that never really swam in the same waters,
Totally.
all kind of in the same place.
And how many jobs we're going to be losing. I mean, I worry about the people working there and the Starbucks. It's thousands of jobs going out the window.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wonder, do you guys think that there's always, because of capitalism, there will be a business to rise up and kind of take those almost like disenfranchised customers now? Like if the people that used to go to Wendy's are still going to eat, so what is going to be the company, do you think, that will
I'll tell
come
you.
up and fill that
I'll tell
consumer
you.
base?
3D printed food. I'm not even kidding you. They, instead of like materials that are synthetic, you use proteins, and you literally cut out a lot of people cooking. And you also have AI probably a part of it, and you get rid of the overhead of all of that, and you're going to have 3D printed burgers. I promise you in the near future that will be happening.
Like Star Trek.
Oh my God, wasn't that the best?
Yes.
Computer, make me a tea at 71 degrees.
Right.
That-
But
yeah.
will these be square or will they be round?
Right.
Why can't you make them round?
Well, it's the question whether the printer will go one way or another. Could it make it to your order?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And they're making
Wendy's is
transplants.
square, right?
What's
Wendy's
that?
is
Their
square.
their
That was their
burgers are
thing.
square, yeah.
What's your favorite
Wendy's.
burger? Everyone write in the colleagues. Everybody write in your favorite fast food place that 7-Eleven is trying to fill the affordable food. That's very good call, Brandon.
And yes, thank you,
It's a
Brandon,
really
for
good call.
saying that,
Yeah.
because I saw that 7-Eleven is going to try and use the same model that they use in Japan.
Yeah.
And when I was in Japan doing shows, their 7-Elevens
Was like-
are immaculate.
Yeah.
Like sushi, 7-Eleven in sushi in like Okinawa and even in Hawaii is no different than Whole Foods sushi. It's
Delicious.
It's legitimate.
Yeah.
And there already is a little bit of precedence for this, like Wawa's that are in the Northeast. They're kind of these gas stations. Maybe that's
Buc-ee's.
it. Right, Buc-ee's. There are these gas stations that have legitimate food. It's not gas station food anymore. So maybe that's it.
Very
Yeah,
interesting.
I wouldn't say the 7-Eleven Japanese model is going to work because that's going to inevitably have higher costs.
Yeah, that's fair.
But all the rest of what you just said makes sense.
And by the way, Julia, I so agree with you. I'm a Whopper Junior girl. I'm a burger. I do like In-N-Out too.
Yeah, the double animal style.
Double animal style.
I'm going to ask the colleagues, has In-N-Out raised their prices at all?
They are a family-owned business still, and they've stayed, I think, pretty consistent. And they always have fresh potatoes.
You want to hear something weird? Yeah, you always see them with
No,
the,
it's like
the
a
big
full.
thing.
It's the fries are like from the potato.
Yeah.
As
Mitchell
opposed to-
has Mitchell does all of the landscaping for all of the Five Guys that have opened in the Denver metro area.
Really? Mazel.
And actually, the first store they ever opened, they asked him to bring out the signature palm trees that they have crossed at everyone in California, right? And he's like,
They won't grow here.
right, they're gonna die, and they did not care, and they put them in there. They even tried all these things like wrapping the roots in the tree and heaters and all this stuff, and yeah, they died. But
You're not Thor. You just can't make
Yeah.
things magically happen because you want.
We're not in a tropical climate.
Yes.
But it did serve. I mean, they were alive for the grand opening.
And that's
so,
enough you
know,
need. That's all you
yeah.
need. Did you see they opened a new science museum in, I believe, New Zealand, and they had a green leaf rope, and they held a tortoise or turtle, and he bit it instead of cutting the ribbon, and it opened.
I love that.
I know,
But then
it's
it's
really-
like my worst fear is like a tortoise biting my finger.
That's your worst fear?
I think so.
Oh my gosh. I have way worse
Like
fears.
way worse than this government. It's like right after Trump torpedoing our country, then it's
Just a tortoise.
And just like I pictured nobody. I just look at Tory's face. I'm like, help me. And I picture your daughter just like in a panic. She looks
I'm
at
good at
Sarah, my
emergencies.
girlfriend. Sarah's like my girlfriend Sarah. I love her because she emotes, and she just one time she was late for work, as she has been sometimes. And she just turned to me and she goes, I'm in a panic. Like she said the words. I was like, I've never heard anybody say, I'm in a panic. And I was like,
could see
okay.
that. I
we're good."
love her.
But it's good because it like helps me calm down. Let me see really quickly because that could be a good, Culver's,
Culver's
first
is
of all,
pretty good.
ELC, bro.
I've never been to Culver's.
Culver's is in certain parts of the country. Culver's fries
That's what
are
there's-
dope.
What, really?
Yes,
Really?
but I wonder if some of these like regional franchises are going to try and branch out because there are Culver's. But I remember there was a period of time where what's the one with the chicken fingers that just kind of took over everything? They're here.
Popeyes.
No, they got chicken fingers.
Yeah, you said that.
They're kind of like right wing a little bit.
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
No.
Oh, I mean that's homophobic chicken.
yeah,
is
but
what
we
I call
all
it.
go still, no?
Their fries are really good too.
See, I'm glad. If Michael Dean goes, I can go.
I'm always texting Mitchell. I'm like, do you want hateful chicken?
Raisin
Cane's.
Cane's. Raisin
Yeah.
Cane's was regional. It was like Southeast. You'd find chicken.
They're a
finger
little
places.
right-wing.
Yeah, you can just tell. It's just like, yeah, that's one too many NASCAR stickers. I got it. Just give me my fries and I'm gonna turn my head.
All the chicken fingers went that way.
Yeah,
they're all
exactly.
pointing
Yeah,
one
take it.
way.
They're all pointing right.
Right? That was a good one, Dad.
Thank you very
Yes.
much.
That was really funny,
So
Jared.
I do wonder if we're going to start to see some more of these regional kind of change that do have popularities because like Culver's, Raisin Cane's was once regional. So at one point,
Maybe.
Wendy's was regional.
Yeah.
Southwest was regional at
Yeah.
one point. And so,
Yeah.
so we shall see. All right. I will ask Nick, do you have that photo that I sent you? Okay, cool. I did want to pull this up and show this to you guys because
Which one is it?
in a world where, obviously we have to talk about all the bad things human beings do. And we go, well, what's going to happen to this world? I told you guys last week when I was in Albuquerque, I went not only to perform at the Hyenas, but my girlfriend's nephew was having his birthday. And his birthday, what he wanted was for people to bring over gift bags to make for the homeless to hand
my
out.
gosh.
And that is
what a good boy.
That's the
Wait,
picture.
to hand out to the homeless.
To hand out to the homeless. Put it in
Them
front of them.
hand it out.
Yes,
You hand this out.
you hand this back to me.
That's like Mitch
And then
Hedberg.
you say happy birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then he eats it in front of them,
Right.
which is particularly cruel. He's the
Wow.
he's the Joffrey of their family.
That's good.
Yes,
That is
but-
really kind.
But I just like always look at this.
That's kind.
Yeah, it's just like no matter what goes on, the generation coming underneath us, there's compassion and
Yeah.
goodness there, and they can't all move out to the suburbs and become alcoholics and mean. Some will stay in the city and take care of people, and I'm with it, and I'm just excited to see what this generation has to give us.
Nice
because
job.
I look at my kids and my daughter, and they're just sweet kids, and I think that we've got a lot of good things coming towards us.
Really quickly, I had a men's mental health roundtable on taking inventory, which is my mental health segment I started. It's, by the way, November's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And all three gentlemen were saying the next generation does not deal with mental health stigma in the way that this generation
Interesting.
does. It's just not there. I mean, it's just really gone down. So I just wanted to say I also have hope for the new generation.
Jerry, when would you say that you first started seeing mental health being addressed on a societal level? Was it talked about like in your home as you were growing up? Like when was the first
Good
time
question.
you ever like even heard anybody mention it?
Actually, fairly early because of just some family issues in the extended family.
See, this is where I come from.
Yeah.
And became aware of it. But in terms of how to deal with it, not so much. It was a matter
Right.
of just noting it.
And
being-
ignoring it?
No, being sorry about it and wondering what to do, but having no real resources.
Yeah. I mean, this
That's
this
one of
is
the
kind of
differences.
like a new thing
Chris-
that we're talking about. When I say relatively new, I mean, last 50 or 60 years. The idea, I mean,
Oh,
we,
yeah, the
we
idea-
just got a title for autism like they used to be like Rain Man. That's
Yeah.
what people said.
Yeah.
And then it was Asperger's. I mean,
Yeah.
these things they take years and like for
Yeah.
generations to at least acknowledge. And I think Jerry, what you're talking about is so important, is at least the acknowledgement that there's something going on with somebody we love.
Right.
We don't know what it is. We might not have a title for it, but at least the acknowledgement, because I think there probably a generation or two before you, it was just the uncle that you put in the back room.
Right.
And you just gave him his meals. He's probably just bipolar or something.
right.
But they didn't even have a word or a modus operandi to even deal with that. So they just, there's a lot of family shame. So I think the fact that you were able to discuss it as a family is a huge first step.
Yes. I mean, it was sort of in our face, so we noted it and
Right.
tried to deal with it as best we could.
I mean, he has a daughter like me. What are you going to do? You got to face
well,
it.
that was well before
Yeah,
you
I know,
were
I
around.
know.
Yes. All right. Well, you were ready for Tory.
Can we talk about another right-wing situation from a retail store?
Yeah. Oh, would that retail store be Target?
No, it would be Walmart.
Walmart.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about we could talk about Target too, but let's talk
we'll
about
bring
Walmart.
up Target next because that's
Yeah, it's a
that's
DEI
also one of
issue.
the
Yeah.
stories. But did you all see this shirt from Walmart?
So if you didn't see the shirt, it is a paper beating rock, which is a cute little, clever little idea, kind of like in the colloquial, take on things. But it resembles something from the 1940s in Germany.
No, I mean that is specifically is the Black Power hand symbol.
1,000%.
Right.
And that white hand reminds me of the Nazis. I did not see this coming. So they've now taken it away because so many people were like, what in the fresh hell is this? And we were talking beforehand about how many people had to go through the advertisements and didn't catch that could be a Nazi salute.
Or did catch it and thought it would be controversial, and that would get a lot of discussion.
That's a
and
great
that would
point.
Get Walmart's in front of everybody.
That's a great
Interesting.
point.
Still a possibility. I've looked at it and I was thinking it was like maybe you were making shadow puppets. That's the dog over there. And over here's the mouse. Just a thought.
I mean, if you walked into a store and saw that, Dad, would that immediately that feels like a Heil Hitler?
And I'd walk out the store.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would
you
be
would
so-
see it immediately.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay.
so blunt.
Yeah.
It's so blunt, and just the angle that it's
Yeah.
on. There's no
softness.
A lot of, especially on a show like this one, we would like to have something be at least opaque enough where we could have a couple of different takes on it.
Agreed.
But if everybody's like, as soon as I see that,
Yeah.
then you automatically know that this was intentional.
Yeah.
And so, Tory, let's just go from there, that this is intentional. Do you think it's just what your dad said, that they are trying to drum up controversy? What do you think, Mike?
Well, real quick, this is what Walmart had to say about
Oh,
it.
good. They said we hate Jews.
No, blacks.
So, and blacks. That's right.
Uppity blacks.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We meant for that fist to have a pick in its hand.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We have zero tolerance for any prohibited or offensive products appearing on our marketplace. The items in question were listed by a third-party seller and have been removed from our site for violating our prohibited products policy. When issues like this are identified, we act immediately to remove them and strengthen our systems to prevent a recurrence. The trust of our customers and the integrity of our platform remain paramount. And it was written by ChatGPT.
I know.
I mean, it really does sound like it, and I just, I don't think that if I tried to sell a bong as a third-party seller, that Walmart wouldn't catch that. They wouldn't allow me to sell that on Walmart.com.
Well, one question is, how fast did people recognize the problem and then bring it to their attention? It could be the bong be on there with a third-party seller long enough to be taken off. So the timing is an issue here.
Yeah.
too,
Right.
To be fair to Walmart.
By the way, can we see Heidi Hoff has donated? I don't know how much, but I just want to say
It was like $10
to
because
Heidi, $9.99.
Oh, thank
shimmy,
you.
Shimmy, shimmy. Thank
Oh,
you so
Heidi,
much.
you're leaving us to go pick your kids up. All right, go be a good parent,
Yeah.
Heidi. See how that works out.
What about
for
the
you,
priorities here?
Yes.
Okay.
We're the kids that need help. Jerry can only hold us down so long. He's only here till
That's
Thursday.
right.
Then
And
what?
Tiffany says, I'm digging on Jerry attending. He should be a regular. I agree.
Look, Tiffany, Jerry's got a swinging saloon door here. He can walk in here anytime he wants.
Well, I'm getting ready to retire, so maybe this is my next gig.
And I was thinking
Oh.
of this idea as a podcast. You guys ready?
Yeah.
It's politics with props and pops. So you ask Dad questions, and I use props.
Did you ask your dad if he wants to like go from one of the most prestigious legal careers of anybody on the planet to dealing with sock puppets? Did you ask your dad?
What kind of
about
props
his-
were you talking
I
about?
recommended it.
Yeah.
I suggested it. I thought it'd be an interesting change.
I
in my
think
career.
props really help when you're like, what is a filibuster?
Tori, you've always done props with like the
Yes.
coasters. You
And
did
my
one
forks
with
and
the
knives.
coasters.
Yes.
With coasters
Sometimes
and it
you
was
really
good.
like silverware.
I do use
Flatware.
forks and knives a lot. You're absolutely right.
What prop would be for a filibuster? I'm just thinking about that.
Oh, I would think it would be a sock puppet non-stop talking.
Okay.
That's what it
Fair.
would be.
Okay.
Remember? Yeah, anyway. What's our next topic?
All right. Well, we're done with the T-shirts. Michael Dean, do you want to talk about Target really quickly?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We teased it. Let's do it. So they have a new policy. It's called the 10-4 policy.
Yes, it's when you hire 10 white people, you fire 4 black ones.
It's their
That's
new
called a
DEI
10-4, good
initiative.
buddy.
10-4 and over. That's funny.
No.
What
let
is
me
this?
let me make sure I get this
10-4.
right.
Isn't that a CB code?
Yes.
Or like, I hear you,
Yeah.
copy,
Yeah. So
No, means over.
over. 10-4, over.
Yeah.
I
So-
guess you don't have to say both.
It's the end.
Okay.
Yeah, your dad's like, yes. Please let Michael continue.
I'm sorry.
So the new policy requires employees who are within 10 feet of a customer to smile, make eye contact, wave, and use friendly, approachable, and welcoming body language. Now,
This is their new trad wife policy.
now, if a staff member, if staff members are within 4 feet of customers, they must personally
Hug them?
greet the guests, smile, and initiate a warm, helpful interaction.
I do have to say, it's hard to find someone working in a Target that can help you.
I see, like, I go to that Target in Glendale. It's huge, and there are so many.
Thank you, Michael Dean. I see them all the time.
They're all
Okay.
over the
What are you
store.
talking
Okay.
about? There's like 2 in each aisle.
Yeah.
I
it's
can't.
kinda crazy.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Because
Okay.
they're avoiding you.
Yeah, there's like,
Just a
yeah.
thought.
And don't go into Target wearing a red shirt because you will be asked
Oh,
so
right.
many questions. It's a real
100%.
thing. I feel like that's gonna feel like fembots.
Yes.
Like, hello, and how are you? You look lovely. I'm 4 feet with you.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably why I was always turned off at strip clubs. Because
Oh, you could tell they're faking
because
it.
I don't. Yes, I don't
Yes.
want to. If I even as a young guy, if someone would be like, "Hey, what's up, black dress? Looking good," and then you'd be like, "I'm good. I'm waiting on my wife," and then they turn to me, "Hey, blue suit." I'm like, "No, you just said that to her." Like, I don't want your secondary colloquialisms now.
I like going to strip clubs. I always
Because
find the
you're
ladies.
a woman, so it's gonna
Okay.
be you're going to have fun.
Yeah.
like men are there with another weird, creepy agenda.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, it's but
Did you
yeah.
have you ever been into? Oh, I shouldn't ask this. Have you ever been into a strip club?
No.
We should film one. Film an episode.
I would pay for everything.
I would pay-
Shotgun Willies.
So much. Shotgun
would be
Willie's. The
great.
mayor owned it at one point.
Do you think
Okay.
it's just lawyer? My dad, who's a lawyer, famously hated
Do you hate
clubs.
strip clubs, or you just have never had a reason?
Like, I just think he felt very uncomfortable.
I could
Would you feel
understand.
Actually,
uncomfortable?
I take it back.
Oh.
I was with a partner of mine. We were thinking about
A girl
buying.
partner?
No,
Oh.
male partner. We were thinking about buying a building that was up for sale, which housed a restaurant. That's what I knew it was. Which we walked in to go talk to somebody about it, and it turns out there was a strip club running in the front. So we walked past the strip club to go talk business. It was a very weird experience. That's the closest I've come.
oh god.
Sorry.
Well-
I feel like a lot of guys that exact same night had the same line for that. I'm here to buy a restaurant. It's in the back. Meanwhile, like Trick Daddy is playing. It's like, I'm here for business. One door over. So if you'll leave me alone, I can go make us some money.
That is hysterical.
Yes, I mean, I just think that I have known, speaking strictly of guys, I know people that love strip clubs. They love the atmosphere. They would go enough where, like, I've gone with guys that I knew were not rich at the time, and the DJ would be like, "What's up? We got Mike." And I'm like, how does he know you? Like, regular.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just like, I think anything else, some people love
that ambiance.
ambiance,
Yeah.
just like anything else. So yeah,
like
if you're in a
Mercury.
strip club, some people, some people go with their partners. God bless, whatever you do and have
Marquita
fun.
says she would go to Chippendales. Now, would you consider Chippendales a male strip club?
They rip their pants off, Tories.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I would
I'm going
consider
with-
that.
You're saying there's a chance. Okay. All right,
Yes.
what's our next topic?
All right, let's do it. We are moving on.
Swinging Richards. Oh, swinging dicks.
There we go,
Okay,
Tori.
sorry.
It was on. The street was named West Side, so it was colloquially referred to as the West Side Ballet.
Oh, but that's very interesting.
Yeah.
See, and I would never know. I'd be like, my ankle's so cultured.
I would say, why is he such a fancy, cultured man?
Right.
Meanwhile, he's like, here's $10.
All right, well, we have to talk about this because obviously we've just been inundated with sports gambling issues. The Major League Baseball is the first to kind of take steps to mitigate that. They are changing sportsbook rules.
Oh, really?
Amid pitch rigging allegations, and this not directly affects me, but it affects me because the Cleveland Guardians' #1 closer, the guy they brought in to throw the last 3 outs.
Wild Thing.
Yes,
Bum,
our
bum,
Wild
bum,
Thing,
dun.
our Charlie Sheen, Emmanuel Class A was not so Class A, and he was rigging.
Wait, how do you rig a pitch?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
How do you
Thank Michael.
allegedly rig a pitch?
What he was doing was
God.
because you can bet pitch to pitch, not just like will Al strike Tory out.
Oh.
It's will the first ball Al throws to Tory be a ball or a
No
strike.
way.
So what he was doing
Was betting on himself?
was betting on himself, and the first pitch he was throwing was what the sports books have deemed, and even like people that keep stats, they call them non-competitive pitches, like meaning that they're not even close enough for somebody to really take a swing.
Whoa.
And this is one of the best pitchers in the league.
Now, is this
But his
illegal or is this a loophole?
It's very, I mean, it's illegal because he was betting on himself
I see.
or telling people, but it was deemed, I mean, somewhere up in the area of like 70% of his pitches, of his first pitches were basically in the dirt.
No
Jeez.
way.
The charges are kind of crazy.
Yeah,
No,
he
what
got
did they-
federally indicted. So I would love to hear what Jerry has
He
to
got
say about the
indicted?
charges. Yes.
Yeah, well, hold on. They were charged with, because it was also Luis Ortiz.
Ortiz,
too.
and yes.
They were charged with wire fraud conspiracy, honest services wire fraud conspiracy, conspiracy to influence sporting contests by bribery and money laundering conspiracy.
Okay, let me ask my father one
That's
question.
a lot of conspiracies.
Let me ask you something. Would your firm represent these people?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're accused. They're not convicted.
That's true.
Everybody deserves a defense.
Oh, yeah, well,
Absolutely.
his firm's
Well,
done some.
Most everyone.
Yeah. They've done some crazy clients, but yeah.
Can I ask what your strategy would be? If you can use this example that is right in front of us, but just like when your client is on camera doing something, like what argument would you use as a defense?
Now, just so you know, his firm came up with the what does is mean with the Clinton situation.
I
so
love it.
they have a
I
lot
will
of
never
good.
forget.
I've-
I have that seared in my brain
Yeah.
with the Diet Coke right in
Always.
front of him.
Exactly.
Depends on what the definition of
Definition
is.
Is that David Kendall came up with that? Unbelievable.
That's so great.
Yeah.
And you know what? I bought it at
I
the
did
time. I
too.
was literally like, he's right.
I know, me too. Me too.
Absolutely.
So how would you take the defense?
Well, another example is we had a client who was videotaped taking a bribe, and we got him acquitted.
Yes.
Because you have to look, first of all, at whether or not the facts are there. You argue the facts.
It's hard when there's video.
Well, you say he threw 70% were going in the dirt or whatever.
Roughly,
well,
yeah.
You go back to the tape and you see whether or not you can demonstrate that that's an exaggeration or a strategy for what he was really doing, because he was a really good closer.
Right.
You could
but-
call it
So
a-
clearly, whatever he was doing was working.
So it could be a strategy for
those,
pitching.
those are just out of the top of my head. And
That's
remember,
great.
That's amazing.
I'm not a litigator, remember?
Yeah.
But if you can't get it on the facts, you go on the law. Is conspiracy to do all these terrible things you just talked about actually, is it a conspiracy? Does it meet the test of a conspiracy?
Which is like 2 or more people, right?
Actually, I think it's 3 or more.
All right, you don't have to show me up.
But I'm not certain of that.
Okay,
To be fair.
okay, all right.
But also for each of those classifications, does it fit? It might not fit 3 of the 4 of them, and then you get it down to 1, and then you plea bargain.
No,
That sort of
okay.
thing.
Now,
So
Larry-
those are kind of approaches you would take.
Larry Goodner, welcome, Larry, says they kind of let it slide on Shohei.
Shohei Ohtani.
So sorry. He's the
fine.
most famous athlete in the world. What do they mean? Did he do that?
His
No,
interpreter.
It was
Oh, his interpreter
who was
embezzled.
betting or no, it was embezzling his money.
Embezzlement.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
It's
To
a little
cover
bit
his, sports,
different.
his bad sports betting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just like
He lost a lot
He
of
was
money.
illegal
Shohei
and
Ohtani
incompetent.
Yeah.
Apparently didn't know about it.
No, he
Right.
lost a lot of
Alleged.
money.
Well, right? Yeah.
He was the victim.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Otani's such a good girl. And I do want to talk about the Packers really quick. What are you looking at?
that's a lot of money to just not notice.
I saw Al's doubting face.
I don't know.
He might not be.
Recognize how much money there was that wasn't taken. So
That's a good
relatively
point.
speaking, it may not have been so much.
That's a good point.
Can you imagine being that rich that you can't
Notice $20 million or
you don't
something.
know.
I'm like, who? I'm like,
It's like
I
that-
noticed when
that's
there's
how
a
you
dollar.
know you made it. That's the biggest flex. Where you're like, I had no clue.
It was dollars, not yen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This makes a difference.
that's true. By the way, I do want to talk about the Packers game versus the Eagles. I absolutely called the exact score that was on. I guessed it 10-7. It came out to 10-7. I'm amazing.
Which I was like, there's no way that's
It
going to
was
beat the score.
insane.
Yes,
However-
Michael, it's in my stories. I already have it.
It's insane. However, my father picked the right team that actually won, but it doesn't matter. We both won.
No, it does matter. That was amazing what you guys did. I've never seen that. What do you mean it doesn't matter?
I was
You picked
so
the exact
proud.
score.
Yeah.
That's
We should
impossible.
can it. Yes.
Yes.
And when you just predict not on anything but vibes, sometimes you're right a lot of the time.
There is something going on. You're on a streak that's like now no longer like a fun novelty.
Right.
Like you're on a weird.
What if I was a huge sports bettor and you guys didn't know?
I've always had that weird question. Like we always say, okay, we find out that Jerry is the greatest oboe player of all time.
He's an oboist.
Yes, he's an oboist. But we would only know that if your parents gave you an oboe to play. So what if you're the greatest, insert this here?
I think about that a lot.
But you've never
Or tried-
played the harp or you've never
Totally.
thrown a curveball.
I'll tell
but
you-
just like naturally you have
Have
this
the gift.
Yeah, do you think everybody has something but they just
No,
never find out what it is?
I don't because I can't find mine. But I will say this: in lacrosse, they were like, "Who wants to be the goalie?" And my head, I go, "What if? What if my gift is lacrosse goalie?" It was not.
Okay.
You
I
get
thought
the
that
biggest-
story
you
was
get the
going
biggest,
somewhere.
Yeah, but they throw the ball directly at your face, and it got stuck in my mask. And I was like, "I'm out. I don't want to be here anymore."
Where's the stage?
Yes.
Yeah. I went right to theater. Tori, you need an 800 number business for your predictions.
Yes.
I wouldn't invest.
Okay.
I would not. Yes. After
That's really hurtful,
1,300
Dad.
incorrect, it's like Tori's hiding out from people coming. I gambled my kid's college future on you. You said the Yankees weren't even playing. It wasn't that sport. Yes.
But she had the right score.
Yeah,
That's right.
but I got the right
That'd
score.
be interesting. What
That's
if
right.
Well, that's a prop bet you could actually have made. You could have made money on
I don't
that.
know
Yeah.
what a prop means. A prop.
like a proposition.
Proposition.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just like
Okay.
instead of saying this team's going to win by so many points, it'll say no matter who wins this game, no matter what the score is, I think Jerry is going to have 4 rebounds.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like either
Okay.
more or less than 4.
Okay.
So 4.5.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Oh, yes. So Nick, our incredible producer,
have to
here,
switch legs.
dude, IDK, said that Tory should predict the Thursday game. Nick, who's the Thursday game? Do you know? I can't believe the Jets and the Patriots. All right, now, Tory,
We're kind
this is a big one. The Jets just came off a victory. They beat my Cleveland Browns, which is not hard to do.
No, it's not.
It is hard to do when you only have 54 yards of offense. We'll talk about that later. But they managed to do it with ease. So the Jets are feeling high.
And what's the name of the quarterback? I need to know.
Justin Fields, which sounds like a cookie company.
Totally.
Yes.
Delicious oatmeal raisins.
Former Ohio State Buckeye Justin Fields. So he's on 1-game winning streak. He's feeling good. He's got the New York media off his back for a
Okay.
week. And he's like, why not win 2? But you know what? You know who's saying you're not going to win 2?
The Patriots.
The Patriots. They got their new young stud quarterback Drake Mays taking over.
Drake Mace.
Drake May.
Maye.
Yes.
Oh,
He's,
how did you know
He
that?
looks like the next Tom Brady. Your dad follows sports.
By the way, we are a Patriots family.
Yeah, well, my other favorite daughter is a large favorite, is a
Huge
big
Patriots
Patriot
fan.
fan. So
Yeah.
we follow the Patriots
That's awesome.
He said favorite daughter.
the other. I said, I said the other favorite daughter. But the Patriots loom large, and the Commanders are not looming so large, so it's easy
Yeah.
to follow.
The Patriots got that whole Northeast right now because the Jets are stinking, you know.
Where are they playing? Home game? Where are they playing?
They're playing in
New
New
York?
England.
Oh, no.
Are they in New England, Nick?
Like,
Yes.
okay.
They're playing in. Is it Gillette Stadium? Yeah, they're
England.
in Gillette Stadium.
Marquita just wrote, "It's gonna be May." I got to be honest. I'm feeling strongly for the Patriots. I don't think it'll be a high-scoring game, and I think it might be something like, I'm getting a 21 versus like a 13.
21-13.
Can you make that a score? Is that
Yes,
a, okay?
You can make almost any score.
That's true.
Yeah. So you're saying that the Patriots will defeat the Jets
Yeah.
21-13.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Jets will have some high points in the game. So
Yeah, of
what
course.
do you expect the Jets to really succeed on?
I'm gonna. It's not the arms, you guys. It's the legs. It's the legs. We're gonna deal with kickers, with the punts and with the kicks,
Okay.
And the field goals.
and the field goals.
All right.
And there's gonna be strong kicks.
Well, the Jets just traded their
majorettes
two
will do
best defensive players, Tory. So what should they lean on defense since they traded their two best defensive players?
Their speed.
Okay.
And I know there's some knee problems, but their
for,
speed.
for defense.
Yeah. Yep. They can be speedy and get to the offense faster.
Okay. And just to reiterate, because we did talk about this yesterday on the pod, Tory, tell everybody what a blitz is.
A blitz is not a blintz, which I did think for a while was. Is a delicate contestant. It's a little.
Were you thinking the blitz or the
Yeah,
blitz
the blitz.
now?
It's a little delicacy. But a blitz is when you rush the quarterback and then try before he can throw the ball or give it to a running back, and you sack him. So a blitz leads to a sack.
Hopefully.
Right. Hopefully,
That's
I
the
don't
goal.
understand
Not
why.
always, but that's the goal.
I'm concerned as to why they don't always blitz, since y'all told me there's no limit to blitzes. So I'm like, why is every play not a blitz?
Your dad explained that to you.
Because to blitz, you have to use extra defensive players, which means there are
Right.
fewer in the backfield to guard against the pass.
So if he gets the pass off, there's
there's
less
fewer
guys
people,
back
less
there.
people. Oh,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
Or
know.
a runner gets out of the backfield, there's nobody downfield to catch him.
Wow. Okay.
Did
Thanks,
you know
Dad.
that the blintz is a traditional Ashkenazi
Yes.
Jewish dish?
Yes, it's our delicacy.
Oh.
We love blintzes.
Wait, what is?
It's with cream cheese, isn't it?
I was
Dad?
going to say, is there cheese?
It's cream
Yes,
cheese.
it's dough wrapped around cheese.
He knows
Okay.
everything about everything, powdered or non-powdered. I like it powdered, but then I look like I've done a lot of cocaine. You know what I mean?
Do you like it with a fruit compote on top?
I don't want fruit on my dessert.
It's not dessert.
really.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's not
wait,
Different strokes.
Is a blintz more of like an hors d'oeuvre?
No,
when
I
would,
would
you,
think
when
of
would
a-
you serve it in the meal?
would
we would
serve
always
it.
have it at Passover and stuff.
I know, but when you would serve it, I would tend to serve it during the main course of the meal
Like a
as an
side dish.
accoutrement to a side dish to a main
Accoutrement.
course.
Okay, all right.
Not an accoutrement, but
What
a
did you
side
say?
dish.
Because
they
I
can be
started to say
sweet
it, but I
or
changed my
savory.
mind.
Fair. What's
Okay.
that?
They can be sweet or savory, right?
Yes, that's
Correct.
correct.
Maybe you call the blitz a blintz. I kind of stopped
Why?
there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, what
Like
if?
as your secret.
As the dough covers the cream cheese,
Yeah.
here the defense is covering the
Yes,
quarterback.
I
like
could
what-
see
you know what I mean?
Tory
Wrapping around.
Thanks,
yelling
lawyer.
that in the
Thank
locker
you.
room and then just sitting down mid sentence, and everybody's like, "What?" And then that's
And
just
serve it at halftime.
Yeah.
That-
Everybody gets blintzes, and we're gonna blitz. It's Julie says it's a breakfast.
It's
Mom
possible.
would have it as a breakfast.
could have it as a
Mom
breakfast.
loved blintzes.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up with this. We have. Let's do this. Okay. Let's talk really quickly, because Jerry, I'm sure just being in the line of work that you are, you have people that you know that have gone through the system and gone to prison. We're talking about Diddy's life in prison.
Oh, I can't wait to get his part.
He has a job. He has a job at the chapel.
Yes.
He is in drug treatment, and he also didn't he get busted, Michael Dean, for drinking?
No, he got busted for his phone use.
Oh.
So apparently, you are not allowed to make three-way calls or have three people on a phone call, and he was caught having called someone, and then they
Merged.
They brought in someone else on the call. Now, this was supposed to be his attorney or bringing in the social media person or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
they were
social
trying to
media.
release some sort of statement to the New York Times. Although he did to one of these people ask them to bring 200 in singles, which is not allowed when you visit to bring money except for coins for the vending machine, according to this article. So he's like
He
facing
keeps
some
digging.
sort of having his phone privileges revoked for a bit.
Did he get toilet wine? Like the,
I don't know about that.
is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Is that what they
Great.
serve for like
Hooch, yeah.
communion
Hooch.
in for the chapel?
Toilet wine?
Well, no, it's just fermented
the-
fruit.
Yeah, they ferment it in the toilet, right?
Right, yeah.
The blood of Christ.
You're not beyond me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair. What do you think about the Diddy situation?
we have so few clients that go to jail that I have very little
Yeah.
experience.
Oh,
with that.
they're
the
all
Oh,
acquitted.
snaps. That's a great
You know what? He's
answer.
not lying.
No, I believe it.
It's annoying how many bad people they get off.
Yeah, well, I
Well,
mean, look.
I didn't mean
if
to
you-
say it like that.
Honestly, if you can get off, God bless you.
Yeah.
You know,
They're the top defense litigation in a
My
lot
problem
of ways.
is that it's really reserved for people who have the deep pockets.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. But I mean, isn't that the answer to any question in this country about whether you talk about
especially
the best
nowadays,
of anything? I
100%.
mean, money opens doors, wealth opens doors.
Yeah.
And,
But
know,
you do a lot of
it's-
pro bono.
We do a great deal of pro bono work, as a matter of fact, but and we do as much as work as hard for those individuals as we do for those
Especially
who can pay.
seeking asylum, which has been really lovely.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we've done a lot of immigration work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're just a good person, and you're
Don't blame me. This is the firm.
Hey, look, we just appreciate having you on the show. I do want to ask you, now that's kind of all said and done, not how closely were you following the Diddy thing, but did you think that he was going to completely beat the charges that he was brought up on, or did you think that he was going to pay some kind of penance for that?
The latter. It struck me that he was going to be convicted, but for what, I wasn't sure.
Because they took off the sex trafficking, am I right?
Right,
And
right.
that was the big one.
Yes, it was just solicitation of prostitutes, which is not good, but it is much less. The penalties are much lower.
Can I ask you something as a defense litigator, even though you're not, you work at a defense litigation firm?
Yes.
Do you have to believe your clients? Or can you, how is your morals?
One never wants to either have someone perjure themselves on the stand or encourage that in any way. The fact that you may believe personally that your client is guilty
Yeah.
is irrelevant. The point is the government has an obligation to prove guilt, and your job is to see if you can raise legitimate defenses that lead a jury to reach another conclusion. That's the way the system works. It's how it's always worked.
So you don't have to believe. You
You
just
don't have to. You don't have to
Wow.
believe that every client you represent is innocent. That would be asking too much of the world.
Wow.
So if I'm your client and I say we're in your office and I say I'm going to be honest with you, Jerry, here's what happened, would you stop me because you wouldn't want me to tell you that I actually did what I'm being accused of?
And
You're
do you
like,
have to
I'm going to
tell someone if they
represent
do that?
you either way. So like, would you ever want me to level with you and tell you what really happened if you knew I would?
I think half the lawyers I know would say yes, and half the lawyers I know would say no.
Wow.
It really is an individual sense of what's the best way to represent the client as to whether to know or not know.
Can I say something? If someone said,
There's a
yeah.
podcast, please.
Okay.
Yes.
If someone said, I murdered them, are you obligated by a mandate that you have to say it, or is it only if I'm going to murder someone?
It's only if they're saying they're going to murder
I
someone.
thought so. Okay.
And even then, if it's depends on what the relationship is. Is this a client at the time?
I feel you. Hand me a dollar, make me your lawyer, kind
I
of
mean,
thing.
yeah, there really is a sense of overriding obligation to maintain the confidences and secrets of clients.
Wow.
There are exceptions, and one of them would be if serious, I'm going to go murder somebody, then you'd have an obligation to do something.
Okay.
Okay. No different than like a psychiatrist or psychologist
Exactly.
would.
Mandated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Imminent
Yeah.
harm.
All right.
Exactly.
That's
Yes, imminent harm.
That's interesting. All right. Well, while I have you, I do want to ask you really quickly about the James Comey situation. Lindsay Halligan is.
Do you represent Comey?
No.
Okay, good. Before we, but what
You
a
have to
question
ask.
where you have to ask.
You have to
That's
ask.
cool.
Yeah.
She's being investigated for abusing her powers in the James Comey
Or
situation.
they want her to be investigated.
And the
Yeah,
judge
group does.
chastised her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know how closely you've been following this, but seeing as Trump did send that Truth Social advocating for his DOJ to go after people, even though he thought it was just going to be a note, and he's meant to send a text, and he tweeted it out, which is amazing. Do you think that the people going after the James Comeys of the world do need to be careful because they could very easily violate their their oath of office, which is to not be political in their attacks on certain people?
Absolutely. I mean, the history of the Justice Department is, and the prosecutors generally, is that they're independent of the political realm, and they have to make judgments solely on what the merits of what's put before them as to whether or not there's a case to be brought. Or to
Like
convince
standing,
a
you need
jury.
standing.
Not quite the same
Okay,
thing.
cool.
Sorry.
Okay, yep. I'll stop talking.
But here, my personal view is that the president went too far, and it's both in politicizing this and then in speaking out about it. I don't know whether or not the prosecutor who is bringing this is legitimately the prosecutor at this point.
Because she's some random woman.
There are a number of process questions here, unrelated to whether Comey did or did not do something. I have no idea whether he did or did not do anything. But the process by which they're going after him.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Reeks.
Does it matter if they're going after him in an illegal way?
Sure. The process point is very important in the whole judicial system. The president doesn't seem to care about it particularly.
All right.
Or know about it, I think.
Do you think that bodes well for Comey in this situation?
Yes.
It's a legitimate possibility that the prosecution will be derailed before they ever get to the question of did he do something wrong or not.
Right.
Right. Because they didn't do the process.
And he has
right.
very good lawyers who are going to raise all the process questions there are to raise.
Well, and I guess this is kind of tangentially related because Trump is going through and pardoning a lot of the January 6th co-conspirators, a lot of the fake electors. He pardoned Rudy Giuliani.
Yes.
It seems like that is kind of over. So what is the point of is he doing that just for aesthetics? Like what is the point of doing that now?
I think he's trying to prevent any possibility that it will come up post-Trump, if there's still statute of limitations would allow for it. And so I think he's also trying to show those who were supportive of him during that crisis that he's supportive of them.
Yeah.
But just one thing he seemed to do with his most recent set of pardons was to see if he could extend it to pardoning against state allegations of crimes under state law. He can't do that. That is
I thought you can't pardon state crimes.
No,
he
that's what
can't.
he's
I'm
saying.
saying he can't do it.
Oh, I see.
At least that's what everyone has thought so far, because
But he's doing it anyway.
he may be attempting it. This is
Wow.
at the edge now where people are beginning to think about this.
Yeah.
He's-
who would stop
he
him?
presses,
The Supreme Court?
well, courts,
Wow.
grand juries,
Right.
who might indict somebody. He said he's pardoned somebody for a state law violation, and a state prosecutor and grand jury might nevertheless bring charges, and they might be tried in state court. And then the question is, who's going to do something about that? If someone's found guilty and is sentenced to something, is the federal government going to intervene and say we're going to take him out of prison? I mean, that's an odd thought. But then this is an odd presidency.
Absolutely.
The aberration.
I have to ask you, and I'm just hoping you just give me an answer that will allow me to sleep tonight. Please tell us that Trump 2028 is just something he's throwing out there.
We had a long talk
as
about
red
this.
meat to his base.
We went to dinner
Please tell me it
and
is not
talked
a real
about this.
thing.
There'll be no Trump after after the end of his
This term.
current term.
Okay. That's all I need. I don't even want you to expound because it couldn't be better than that. So
What a good ending.
Absolutely. Yes, it cannot come soon enough.
And I'm fully expecting to be prosecuted when I get back to Washington now.
From your lips.
Our podcast would get like a lot of views.
That would be so
really
great.
would.
It would get ratings.
Could you prosecute him on this podcast? Just bring him here. Oh God, I don't even want to say it.
We're over 15 minutes. We have to go.
Okay, all right. See how your daughter just grabs the reins, like a Clydesdale.
Turn left.
Like, yes. All right. With that said,
Papa Jerry has
Michael
spoken.
Dean, we appreciate all your efforts and work on this show. We wouldn't be here without you.
No, we would not.
Tory, I appreciate you bringing your father.
So
I'm
mean.
just.
To be honest, he's better.
No, Tory, I love you, and this show would not continue without you. But Jerry, I saved the best for last. We're just so happy you are here. We are so proud of your daughter, and the person you and Judy brought into this world makes a lot of people happy, and then we just want to say thank you.
Well, thank you.
That's very kind, Al.
This is
Thank you.
this is an honor, and like I said, and you guys have heard it here. Jerry has an open door. So if Jerry's in town one time and he doesn't want to come, just know that it's personal, and just go after him online.
Just be careful. Al.
Yeah.
But thank you for being a
Yes.
great host.
Yeah, you are
thanks.
wonderful.
You guys are wonderful. I got love for you. You know who else I have love for? The colleagues.
Yes.
That's right. As well as Dude IDK Studios, who held us down through mic issues. It was nothing. Flicked it off like a bear with a flea. Is that a term?
No.
Okay.
No, at all. Like, not even a little bit.
So with that said, on behalf of Dude IDK Studios, I've been Al Jackson. Thank you for watching Friends from Work. We'll see you guys Friday, Thursday, soon. Damn it. What?
Tomorrow is Wednesday.
Is it? I don't know what day it is. Is that a day? But then I was like, oh, we're not going to be here Wednesday. And then maybe we got to
figure that out. You're talking to two creatives, and we don't have scheduling down really.